So without further ado, let's all welcome Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over to you, Adi Gadadhar Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, dear Rohini Nandan Prabhu. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. And thank you, dear Harilila Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity to once again be part of the Partha Sarthi Foundation family and serve all of you. Hare Krishna. Yes, we will be discussing on the topic of Aham Bhakta Paradhino today. What this means is Krishna is saying that I am completely dependent on my devotees. I belong to my devotees. So let us discuss on this very sweet topic. This line, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, it comes in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 9th canto where the Ambarish Maharaj Prasanga is described. So let us chant our Mangalacharan prayers first. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्री रूपानुग भक्तिदा श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्री मूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत ध्वांतहारिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षाद वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलंभ रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते गौरविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथायते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वृंदावनेश्वरी राधा कृष्णो वृंदावनेश्वरः जीवने निधने नित्यं राधा कृष्ण गतिर्मम जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So let us read one verse from Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam tonight. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 4, entitled Durvas Muni offends Shri Ambarish Maharaj. And this is verse number 63. The context or the background for this verse is that Durvas Muni, who is a very powerful mystic yogi, is very austere. He visits in the holy land of Shri Vrindavan Dham on the banks of Yamuna. He visits Shri Ambarish Maharaj, who has come to Vrindavan, and on the banks of Yamuna, he is observing Ekadashi Vrat. Ambarish Maharaj is chanting Krishna Nam. He is worshipping the Shri Vigraha, the deity form of Lord Krishna, and he is serving the devotees. And he is doing this Ekadashi Vrat for the welfare of the whole world, not for himself. He was a liberated soul. He was a pure devotee, but for the welfare of the whole world. Durvas Muni comes there. Ambarish Maharaj receives him very well. Ambarish Maharaj invites him for lunch prasad. Durvas Muni accepts the invitation but says that he has to go for Yamuna Snan. He will do his noon Gayatri and then he will come. Ambarish Maharaj says, yes, I will wait for you. Durvas Muni goes and forgets all about the invitation. And the muhurta for completing the fast is about to pass away. And in those days, these rules and regulations of following the vrat were very important. If one did not follow the rules properly, timing in the previous ages like Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, these things are very important. We remember in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Shri Nanda Maharaj, he entered Yamuna river to take bath at a inauspicious time. What happened? He was immediately captured, arrested by the servants of Shri Varuna Dev. So in the previous ages, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, time and vidhi, rules, regulations were very important. Whereas in Kali Yuga, the most important is Naam. Kali Kale Nama Vinu Nahi Anya Dharma Sarva Mantra Saranam Ehi Shastra Marma. In Kali Yuga, we are so fallen that we cannot follow many of the rules and regulations. So most important is Naam Bhajan in Kali Yuga, and it can give all results. But in the previous ages, these rules were very important. So the time was going away, and if Ambarish Maharaj did not eat to complete his Ekadashi Vrat, he would not get the benefit of fasting. Many times we see, right? The Parana time for Ekadashi is at it starts in the morning, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, and maximum is 10:30, 11, 11:30, like that. So yes, the time was passing, and there was no sign of Durvas Muni returning to honor prasadam. And as a host, Ambarish Maharaj could not eat before his guest had eaten to his full satisfaction. So Ambarish Maharaj, like a good host, was waiting patiently, but the muhurta was about to end. And all the brahmanas, they were also getting restless. So Ambarish Maharaj came up with a very good yukti, a very good idea. He said that drinking water is going to break my Nirjala Vrat, because I am Nirjala. So by drinking water, my Nirjala Vrat will be broken, broken. And drinking water, according to Shastra, is not actually considered eating. I'm not eating grains. I'm not eating anything, just water. So let me drink some water. So he drank a little bit of Charnamrit to complete his vrat. And then he was waiting patiently. Durvas Muni comes. He was sitting underwater in Yamuna. He was surrounded by water on all sides. And here Ambarish Maharaj has drank few drops of water, and Durvas Muni calls him a bhakta. You are not a devotee. You are very cruel. You are very bad man, bad person. You invite me for lunch, and instead of waiting for me, you have already eaten. He had not eaten. With the permission of the Brahmanas, he had taken little Charnamrit. Durvas Muni was so angry, his face became red, his eyes became red, he was trembling with rage. He plucked out a bunch of hair from his head and threw them down and chanted a mantra, and those hair of Durvas Muni were transformed into a fiery demon. He attacked Ambarish Maharaj, but Lord Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. He's always taking care of his devotees. So already Lord Vishnu, anticipating that Ambarish is such a sadhu, such a Rajarishi, someone might get envious of him, attack him. So Lord Vishnu had already told his weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, to always be with Shri Ambarish Maharaj. When Durvas Muni attacked through that fiery demon, Sudarshan Chakra immediately destroyed that demon and then started attacking Durvas Muni. Durvas Muni got scared. He ran here and there around the trees in the forest. But Sudarshan Chakra would follow him everywhere and was scorching his back, about to destroy him. Durvas Muni realized he had to run somewhere else. So he ran all over the world, all the 14 planetary systems. But the Sudarshan Chakra, the ultimate weapon of Lord Vishnu, followed him everywhere. He went to Lord Brahma. Brahmaji said, I am a servant of Lord Vishnu, I cannot help you. Durvas Muni went to Lord Shiva. Bhagavan Shankar also said, I am a servant of Lord Vishnu, I cannot help you. He finally went to Vaikuntha. He went to the Vaikuntha planet and approached Lord Vishnu and prayed for protection, glorified Lord Vishnu, prayed for protection, and also offered an apology. He said that I offended your devotee, Ambarish Maharaj. Now I have full realization of my mistake. Please forgive me. Please save my life. The Sudarshan Chakra is about to kill me. So even though Durvas Muni realized his mistake, he admitted his mistake, he begged forgiveness for the Vaishnava aparadh that he committed, still Lord Vishnu did not forgive him and said, you have to go to Ambarish Maharaj and beg forgiveness from him. Only if he forgives you will I forgive you. Otherwise not. This is an important Siddhanta, that when one has committed Vaishnava aparadh, we have to beg forgiveness from the devotee who we have offended. We have to genuinely from our heart glorify that devotee and repent for our mistake and not repeat it again. Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj would say that when we commit sinful activities, we break the 4 regulative principles. We have illicit sex, or we intoxicate, or we eat meat, or we gamble, or any sinful activity we perform, we lie, we cheat, any sinful activity we perform, that is like a dhuli lep. It is like a person who has taken a clean bath and then comes and puts a nice lep, paste of not chandan, of dhul, dust, mud, dirt. Imagine, we just come out of a shower, we dry ourselves, and we put a paste of dirt, mud from the floor on our body. What is the value of that bath? Nothing. So when we commit sinful activities, our spiritual potency, our bhakti shakti gets covered and we become dirty and contaminated. Manye kunjara sauchavat. It's like the bathing of an elephant. Takes a clean bath in the pure flowing water of the river, comes out and smears the body with dust. Dhuli lep. Committing sinful activities is like dhuli lep. Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaj says. But what is Vaishnava Aparadh? It is Vajra Lep. If there is Dhuli Lep, just get back into the shower of Krishna Nam. And again, you will become purified in no time. Correct? Dhuli Lep can be washed away by Harinam, by devotional service. But Vaishnava Aparadh is like Vajra Lep. What is Vajra Lep? Vajra Lep means thunderbolt, lightning strike. Imagine if one gets electrocuted, not by 440 volts, by 1,000,000 volts. The entire body is charred. I have seen patients who have gotten electrocuted. It's horrible. I have even done postmortem on some patients who died because of electrocution. When you open up their body, all the internal organs are charred black because the electricity flows through the body. It burns the body inside out. Vaishnava Aparadh is like Vajra Lep, getting hit by 1,000,000 volt, 1,000 volt lightning strike. You cannot wash away the wounds of Vajra, electrocution, by taking bath. You can wash away dust and mud from the body with water. But can we wash away all the injuries of a person who has been burnt by powerful electric current? No way. Not possible. Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj says, Vaishnava Aparadh is like Vajra Lep. There is no treatment. Save and accept what Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching us and what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. In Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, when a Vaishnava Aparadhi came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, Mahaprabhu, all my life I have criticized devotees. I have criticized you and I have criticized your devotees. I have criticized you as a sentimentalist. I have criticized your devotees as good for nothing, lazy bums who don't do any work, just sing and chant Harinam, chant Hare Krishna. I have criticized in this way, but now I realize my mistake. What should I do? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, by criticizing Vaishnavas, you have drunk poison with your mouth. You just drank poison. With that same mouth, now, if you glorify those devotees and you glorify all the devotees, that is like drinking antidote. Antidote is medicine that counteracts the ill effects of the poison and neutralizes the poison. So glorify the devotees. Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Glorify devotees. The devotees that you criticized, glorify them. That is like drinking Amrit through your mouth, nectar. The poison will be cured only if with that same mouth with which you criticized drinking poison, with that same mouth, if you drink nectar by glorifying the devotees, will you be saved. Go and beg forgiveness from all the devotees that you have criticized and glorify them and never repeat again this aparadha. Only then I will forgive you. So Durvas Muni goes to Lord Vishnu and Lord Vishnu tells him, I have no power to forgive you. Go to Ambarish Maharaj. And Ambarish Maharaj, being Ajata Shatru, not considering anyone to be his enemy ever. That is the nature of a devotee. A devotee never considers anyone to be enemy. Therefore, a devotee is called Ajata Shatru, one who has no enemy. Ambarish Maharaj immediately forgives and prays for the protection of Durvas Muni. And Durvas Muni is protected. But when Durvas Muni goes to Lord Vishnu, the first verse, the first message that Lord Vishnu speaks to Durvas Muni and through Durvas Muni to all of us through the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam is this verse, my dear friends, that you are seeing in front of you. And this is a very famous, very popular and a favorite verse of the devotees, straight from Srimad Bhagavatam, straight from the lotus mouth of the Supreme Lord, Shri Vishnu. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Aham bhakta paradhino yaswatantra iva dvija sadhubhir grasta ridayo bhaktair bhakta jana priya. Aham bhakta paradhino yaswatantra iva dvija sadhubhir grasta ridayo bhaktair bhakta jana priya. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, said, Aham, I, Bhakta Paradhina. I am dependent. Paradhin, I am dependent on the will of my devotees. He, indeed, Aswatantra. I am not independent. Swatantra means independent. Krishna is saying, I am not independent. I am aswatantra. Indeed, he aswatantra. I am certainly not independent. Now we always glorify Krishna, that Krishna is Swarat. Krishna is independent. Here Krishna is saying, I am Bhakta Paradhin. I am dependent on the will of my devotees. And I am aswatantra. I am not independent. Eva, how? Exactly like that. Dvija, O Brahmana, Sadhubhi, my pure devotee is completely free from all material desires. Tidiksha, Karunika, these are the qualities of a sadhu. So my devotee is sadhu, grasta hridaya. My heart is controlled, bhaktai, because of my devotees. Bhakta jana priya. I am dependent not only on my devotees. I am controlled not only by my devotees, but bhakta jana priya, but also on my devotee's devotee. Servant of the servant. The devotee's devotee is extremely dear to me. Priya. Bhaktai bhakta jana priya. So who is priya to me? Who is dear to me? Bhaktai bhakta, the devotee of my devotee. Therefore, in our Padyavali of Srila Rupa Goswami, this verse is included, which can be the Mangalacharan verse in just one verse. Our Mangalacharan is nice and big, and we must take great joy and pride in and happiness in chanting it, reciting it, Mangalacharan, the full Mangalacharan, yes. But if we are in a hurry, time is short, and we want just one verse to do the whole Mangalacharan, then there is one verse, which goes, Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Srila Rupa Goswami has given this in his Padyavali. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya. My obeisances Namo Namaha to who? Repeated obeisances to Shri Guru. Means our Diksha Guru as well as all the Shiksha Gurus, all the Acharyas, previous Acharyas. They are all Gurus, Guru Gan. So Shri Guru Gaura Chandraya. And my namaskar to Gaura Chandra, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya. My obeisances to Srimati Radhika Rani, Tadalaye. And to the associates of Srimati Radharani, the Gopis and the Manjaris. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye. Krishnaya. My obeisances to Lord Krishna. Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya. And my obeisances to Krishna as well as his devotees, all the Krishna Bhaktas. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha to whom? Repeated obeisances to whom? To Krishna, Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. So obeisances to Krishna's devotees, and to the devotees of Krishna's devotees. Bhakta or Bhakta. Just see. Even Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Naham Vipro na Chanarapatir napi Vaishyo na Shudro, Naham Varani na Chagrihapatir no Vanasto Yatirva, Kintu Prodyan Nikhila Parma, Ananda Purna Amrita Abdher, Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayor, Dasa Dasa Anudasa. So that is Bhakta or Bhakta Janapriya. The devotees of my devotees are most dear to me. Ye me Bhakta Jana Partha नमे भक्तस चते जना मद भक्तानाम च ये भक्तस ते मे भक्तोत्तम mata. Translation of this verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, said to the Brahman Durvas Muni, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires, they are sadhus, grasta hridayo. I sit only within the course of their hearts. I sit in the course of their heart. I sit in their heart. नाहम तिष्ठामि वैकुंठे योगिनाम हृदयेषु वा मद्भक्त यत्र गायन्ति तत्र तिष्ठामि नारद. I sit in the core of the hearts of my devotees. Tomara hridaya sada govinda vishram. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotee are very, very dear to me. Bhakta bhakta jana priya. These are the words of Lord Krishna. Purport by our beloved founder Acharya. Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. All the great stalwart personalities in the universe, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are fully under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is fully under the control of his devotee. Aham bhakta paradhina. Why is this? Because the devotee is anyabhilashita shunya. In other words, a devotee has no material desires in his heart. Anyabhilashita shunya. Jnana karma adi anavrata. Anukullena Krishna anushilanam bhaktir uttama. His only desire is to think always of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Matchitta madgata prana. Manmana bhav madbhakto. Always thinking of Krishna and how to serve him best. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram. How can I serve you? Kinkaram. What should I do for you? How can I serve you best? Because of this transcendental qualification, the Supreme Lord Krishna is extremely favorable to the devotees. Indeed, not only the devotees, but also the devotees of the devotees. Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Chhadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paiche Keba. Without being a devotee of the devotee, Chhadiya Vaishnava Seva, one cannot be released from material entanglement. Nistara Paiche Keba. We cannot get liberation from this material world unless we become Das, Das, Anudas. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu identified himself as Gopi Bhartuhu Padakamalayor Dasa Dasa Anudasa. Thus, he instructed us to become not directly servants of Krishna, but servants of the servant of Krishna. Devotees like Lord Brahma, Shripad Narada Muni, Srila Vyasadeva, and Sri Shukadeva Goswami are directly servants of Sri Krishna. But one who becomes a servant of Shripad Narada Muni, a servant of Srila Vyasadeva, and a servant of Srila Shukadeva Goswami, like the 6 Goswamis, is still more devoted. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur therefore says, Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasad. If one very sincerely serves the spiritual master, Vyavasayatmika buddhi eke kurunandana, Krishna certainly becomes favorable to such a devotee. Following the instructions of a devotee is more valuable than following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. Hare Krishna. गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े काके लगू पाए बलिहारी गुरु जो गोविंद दियो बताए. Our Kabir Das ji has said that if Guru and Govind are both standing in front of me, kaake lagu pae, whose feet should I touch first? Balihari Guru. I will fall at the feet of my Gurudev, jo Govinda diyo bataye. Because he is the one who has told me about Govinda. Without Guru, I would have never known about Govinda. Following the instructions of a devotee is more valuable than following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this was a beautiful verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Aham bhakta paradhina hiya swatantra evadvija sadhubhir grasta hridayo bhaktair bhakta janapriya. Krishna is mad after his devotees, and the devotees are mad after Krishna. That is a transcendental relationship, my dear friends. And to prove this relationship between Krishna and Krishna's devotee, between Partha and the devotee, between Partha Sarathi, this is the Partha Sarathi Foundation, the relationship between Partha Sarathi and the Bhakta, the devotee, I would like to offer all of you very humbly a very beautiful pastime, a very beautiful story in the next half an hour or so. And then I will end my presentation. The theme is Aham Bhakta Paradhina. Krishna is completely dependent on his devotees. My dear friends, many of you are from the holy state of Gujarat. How many of you are from Gujarat? Please raise your hand. Hare Krishna. I am not from Gujarat, but I am from a place at the lotus feet of Gujarat, just under Gujarat. I am from Maharashtra. So keeping all of you on my head, I would like to present one small leela for your pleasure. Once Gaurang Prabhu had instructed me, when you invite me home, don't make South Indian, because he's South Indian. So he said, please don't feed me South Indian. First of all, you don't know how to make it. Second of all, I have grown up eating South Indian food. So when you invite me, make some nice paneer, make some nice biryani. Don't make South Indian. So speaking some katha from Gujarat in front of all of you, my Gujarati Prabhus and Matajis, I'm feeling a little awkward, but please forgive me. I may make some mistakes. I may say something wrong. Please forgive me. But I was listening to one Hari Katha by Shri Srimad Radha Govinda Goswami Maharaj. And he was actually doing that Hari Katha. I think it was in Surat. I was giving that Hari Katha in Gujarat. And he was saying कि गुजरातियों का बहुत सहज प्रेम होता है कृष्ण में. श्रीपाद वल्लभाचार्य जी ने इतना प्रचार किया है कृष्ण भक्ति का गुजरात में कि बहुत सहज भक्ति होती है गुजरातियों के हृदय में. कोई उनको प्रीचिंग करने की जरूरत ही नहीं. They are born devotees, the Gujaratis. So in front of all of you, I would like to offer one very small pastime. There is a very holy place in Gujarat where long ago, many millenniums ago, a great rishi called Danka Rishi had performed tapasya. And that place is today known as Dakor. Very holy place in Gujarat, Dakor. In Dakor, there is the beautiful deity of Ranchhod Rai. Ranchhod Rai. This Ranchhod Rai is actually Dwarkadhish Krishna. He was first in Dwarka, in the Dwarka temple. He was Dwarkadhish. But then he came to Dakor. And since then, he has been at Dakor as Ranchhod Raiji, Krishna. I would like to tell all of you the story of how this happened, because this story has to do everything with Aham Bhakta Paradhina. Hare Krishna. In the holy place of Dakor, there lived a very wonderful devotee. His name was Ramdas Bodhana. Ramdas was a very pure-hearted, simple devotee, and he lived with his wife. He was very poor. He didn't have any money. He lived in a simple hut, small hut, like hardly one or two people could sit cross-legged in that hut. It was not very big, very small hut. He and his wife both were great devotees, and they happily lived there and did their bhajan. Every devotee has his or her own method of doing bhajan. The method of doing bhajan for Ramdas was very sweet. He had firm faith in Ekadashi. We were reading from Srimad Bhagavatam about Sri Ambarish Maharaj's Ekadashi Vrat. Ramdas Bodhana also had a lot of faith in Ekadashi because it is Bhakti Janani. It is the mother of devotion, Ekadashi. So what he would do, he would go from Dakor to Dwarka every Ekadashi. Now, one of you can go to Google Maps and see what is the distance. I think it is 400, 500 kilometers at least. Dakor to Dwarka. It is several hundred kilometers. So every Ekadashi, Ramdas would walk. He had no money. He had to walk. So he used to walk from, and this story is around 700-800 years ago. It's a true story that happened around 700-800 years ago. So Ramdas would walk from Dakor to Dwarka. Now to reach there before Ekadashi, so he had to reach there on Dwadashi. He had to reach there on Dashami. So that whole Ekadashi he is there. So to reach there on Dashami, he had to leave several days. So our Nidhi Mataji is saying it is 493 kilometers. Think about it. Very long distance, and you have to walk. There is no train or bus or flight. So every Ekadashi, and how many Ekadashis are there in a month? There are 2 Ekadashis. So twice a month, Ramdas would walk from Dakor to Dwarka. Almost 500 kilometers. To reach there on Dashami, on the 10th day, he had to leave several days in advance, correct? And he would not take his wife because, how will the wife bear such hard travel, walking such a long distance? So he would leave her there. So several days before he would start walking. And how he would walk? Tulsi Mala in one hand and Tulsi Maharani in a pot on his head, in an earthen pot. He would carry Tulsi and start walking, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It would take several days. It is said that when he would leave from Dakor with a small Tulsi plant, he would stop and water the Tulsi. By the time he reached Dwarka, Tulsi Manjaris would come on the Tulsi. Because it would take several days. And then after reaching on Dashami, reaching Dwarka, he would take bath at the Gomati Sagar Sangam. He would take Sangam Snan. He would come and offer Tulsi leaves and Tulsi Manjaris on the Ekadashi morning to Lord Dwarkadish. And he would sit just in the courtyard of the temple. And all day on Ekadashi, he would chant Harinam. He would do japa for a few hours, then few hours he would do Sankirtan. He would do japa for a few hours loud Sankirtan. And then all day, all night on Ekadashi, he would sit in one place and do Nam Bhajan. He was such a great Nam Nishtha sadhu. On Dwadashi, he would get up, go to Gomati Sagar Sangam, take another bath, and then come and he would break his fast with the Mahaprasad of Lord Dwarkadish. And then on Dwadashi, he would offer his pranams to Lord Dwarkadish and return back home to Dakor. Again, Ekadashi, he would come. So this Ramdas did for many years, my dear friends. This was his bhajan. He would come every Ekadashi, offer Tulsi leaves and Tulsi Manjaris to Lord Dwarkadish. Full day, morning till next morning, 24 hours he would sit and chant Harinam. And then he would take bath, break his fast and go back. All his life Ramdas did this. But now Ramdas became old, as all of us have to become old one day. Time has this influence on all of us. So he became old. He had arthritis. In those days, there was no knee replacement. There was no knee replacement option. No physical therapy, no knee injection, steroid shots, no Aleve, nothing. So poor Ramdas, he would just massage some tail, some oil on his knees and walk. But he had arthritis. It was very painful to walk 500 kilometers. And then one trip was 1,000 kilometers and twice a month. was getting too much. And he would be limping. He had to frequently stop because of the intense pain. But he never gave up his bhajan. Just like Srila Haridas Thakur. Even when Srila Haridas Thakur was so old, more than 80 years old, he would still not reduce his sankhya of chanting 3 lakh every day. So similarly, Ramdas also continued with his bhajan. He would be there every Dashami without fail. So one day on Dwadashi, when he was about to leave, before leaving, he would go and take darshan of Lord Dwarkadish. As he was praying to Lord Dwarkadish spoke to him, Hare Krishna. And he said, my dear Ramdas, all your life you have followed this vrat of Ekadashi. You have come here and complete Ekadashi, full day, full night, without sleeping. You do Jagaran and you constantly chant Harinam, you glorify me, you sing bhajans for my pleasure. Whole of Dwarka is sleeping, but I don't sleep on Ekadashi night. I'm listening to your singing, your chanting. You're so dear to me. But listen, Ramdas, now you have become old. You have got arthritis in your knees. And your arthritis is because you walked all your life so much. So now I want you to take a rest. I am present everywhere. I am in your heart. You stay with your wife in your kutir, in Dakor, and you do your bhajan there for the rest of your life. There is no need to come all this distance. This is my instruction to you. Ramdas started crying. He said, my dear Lord Dwarkadish, the only happiness in my heart is to come and have your darshan and to sing for you. I do not know any other happiness in life. As soon as Dashami is approaching, I become so happy and excited. And I take my Tulsi plant, I take my mala, and I start walking happily that I will see my Ishtadev. And I come. Even if you tell me don't come, my feet will walk to Dwarka every Ekadashi. I cannot stop myself. So please give me some other instruction. Don't give this instruction that I should not come, because I will come. I have to see you. Without seeing you, I cannot live for more than a fortnight. Dwarkadish said, my dear Ramdas, I was actually testing you. Why will I tell you don't come? I can never tell you don't come. Because I count days when my Ramdas will come, when Ekadashi will come. I wait for Ekadashi only because I know that I will get your darshan. Lord Dwarkadish is telling Ramdas, I also wait. I cannot live without you. I count my days. Oh, now it is Ashtami, tomorrow Navami. Oh, day after tomorrow my Ramdas will come on Dashami. So I wait. So many devotees come to take my darshan and I'm looking. Where is Ramdas? Where is Ramdas? When will he come? When will he come? Every Dashami I wait for you. So I have decided something, Ramdas. Please listen. This is confidential. Your vrat is to come every Ekadashi. But you have not taken a vrat that you will come walking. You have taken a vrat that you will come here every Ekadashi, do Nirjala, Ekadashi, not eat or drink anything, not sleep, do Jagaran and chant. And you have been doing that all your life. But you have not taken a vrat that you will come walking. So this is what I want you to do. Next Ekadashi, get a bullock cart. In Dakor, you ask some neighbor to rent you a bullock cart. Because you have no money, I know that. Just rent a bullock cart and come in a bullock cart. And don't tell anyone. You put me in that bullock cart and I will come with you to Dakor. And we will live together in Dakor. That way you don't have to take the trouble of walking 500 kilometers every Ekadashi. We will stay together. And I will hear your chanting, not just on Ekadashi, but I will get to hear your chanting every day, every night. So please take me with you. I have decided. I am Dwarkadish. I am independent. I am Swarat. I have decided I will come with you and I will live with you in Dakor. So don't tell anybody, but get a bullock cart next Ekadashi. Ramdas again started crying. He said, My dear Dwarkadish, why are you making fun of me? You are Dwarkadish. You are the king. You are the Lord of Dwarka. You are served here in this big palace like temple. You have got so many servants. You have got so many gold jewelry, so many jewels, so many nice silk clothes, shringar, nice garlands. You get so many nice bhoga offerings every day. Food cooked in ghee. My house is so small that me and my wife can barely fit inside. It's made of some sticks and grass. The roof leaks in the rain. There is no place for you to even sit in my house. How will you come? Dwarkadish says, don't use your intelligence. I have decided now, I'm coming with you and I'm going to live with you. If you and your wife can live in that hut, then so can I. Whatever my devotees are doing, I will do that. I don't need any special treatment. I have been receiving special treatment for thousands of years. Now I want to do what my devotee is doing. I will eat what you eat. If you fast, I will fast. If you get wet in the rain because of the leaky roof, I will also get wet. But you and me are together. We will stay together. So come and take me. This is my decision. If you don't come in a bullock cart to take me, I will come to Dakor walking. And I'm not used to walking like you. So you better come with a bullock cart and take me. Ramdas had tears of love in his eyes. Hey Dwarkadish, how much you love me. He said, if that is your order, I will come. Next Ekadashi was approaching. Ramdas had no money. So he begged neighbors, can someone give me a bullock cart? Can someone give me a bullock cart? I want to go to Dwarka. So they thought, oh yes, he has become old. Now he cannot manage walking. So he wants a bullock cart. All right. So someone just got two useless old bulls who could barely walk and a broken rickety bullock cart. And they said, okay, here you can take this. Because see, if you ask for some loan, people will not give the best they have. They will keep the best bullock cart for themselves. They will give some useless, almost non-functioning bullock cart. So our Ramdas Bodhana, he sat on that bullock cart and somehow he made his way to Dwarka. He came to Dwarka on Dashami, took his bath in the Gomati Sagar Sangam. And as usual, on Ekadashi early morning, he had darshan of Lord Dwarkadish and sat in the courtyard and started chanting Harinam. All the people saw that he has come in a bullock cart. Ramdas has come in a bullock cart this Ekadashi. They thought, yeah, he has become old now. Maybe he cannot manage walking. Somebody has loaned him this old bulls, the broken down bullock cart. He has come. Okay, that's fine. He was doing his Nam Bhajan. The sun set on Ekadashi. The Shayana Arti took place. All the pujaris, they put Lord Dwarkadish to rest. They locked the door of the temple and they all left. Only the bullock cart was there. Only Ramdas was there doing Harinam, which was the usual thing. Everyone left. Everyone went to their own homes. And our Ramdas is sitting and doing Nam Bhajan, Harinam. Exactly at midnight, there was a noise. Our Dwarkadish broke the window of the temple. And from the window, Lord Dwarkadish came out. This window is still there. It is called Ramdas's window. It is still there in the Dwarkadish original temple. Dwarkadish broke the window and came out of the window. But Lord Dwarkadish had two international suitcases, one cabin bag, and one personal item. Lord Dwarkadish got all his clothes, got all his jewelry, all his paraphernalia. Because I am going, I have to take all my things. Why should I leave my things behind? So with all his, he said, my dear Ramdas, I have been packing all week in anticipation that I'm going to travel with you to Dakor. So I have packed everything. I'm ready. Let's go. My bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Ramdas said, in my bullock cart, it is like Sprint Airways or Frontier Airlines. There is a lot of limit how much you can carry. In fact, my bulls are very old. They cannot carry much weight. You and me is all they can carry. So you can come, but don't bring Maya with you. All this gold and jewels is all Maya. So you come, but leave Maya behind. Jaha Krishna taha nahi, Maya ra adhikar. So Ramdas tells Dwarkadish that go back through that window, put your 2 international suitcases, your cabin bag, and your personal item inside. Ek vastra mein aao. Aana hai to. Just what you are wearing, your night dress. Just come in your night dress. Nothing else, nothing allowed, because there is no place in my house to keep any paraphernalia, and my bulls are also old. So you come, but you have to come. He said, oh, yes. Don't cancel my ticket. I'm coming. So he put all the things back inside the temple, again came out from the window, and Dwarkadish said, okay, let's go. Both of them sat. And Ramdas, he started the bulls. Come on, let's go. Let's go to Dakor. And at midnight, Ramdas and Dwarkadish, they were on their bullock cart on their way to Dakor. And Ramdas was trying his best to get the bulls to walk fast because they wanted to get away as soon as possible from Dwarka. And Dwarkadish was laughing. So Ramdas said, what happened? Why are you laughing? He said, my dear Ramdas, I am Partha Sarthi. But you have become my Sarthi. You have become the Sarthi for Partha Sarthi. He said, see, when it comes to riding the bullock cart, I have got a lot of experience. You remember in the battle of Kurukshetra, I was the Sarthi for Partha. I am Partha Sarthi. So why don't you do this? You are riding the bullock cart very slow. As soon as it is Brahma Muhurta, the pujaris will open the temple. They will find I am missing. They will see you are missing. And they will see your bullock cart is also missing. They will immediately put 1 and 1 together and they will understand that you have stolen me. And the pujaris and the guards of the temple and the king's soldiers, they will be dispatched on horses that can gallop very fast. And they will catch up with us. And then they will arrest you. So you better give the reins of the bullock cart to me. I am Partha Sarthi. And you just sit and go to sleep. You just sit and relax. Okay? And let me do the riding. So Ramdas says, all right. So he gives the reins to Lord Dwarkadish, and Ramdas is happily sitting. He doesn't sleep. He's chanting. He's chanting for the pleasure of Dwarkadish. And Dwarkadish is doing what he does best. He's the Sarthi. So all night they are traveling. And as soon as Dwarkadish sits and starts riding the bullock cart, and he just touches the bulls become young. They become full of energy. And the bullock cart, it is no longer rickety and shaky. It becomes first class. And they are going at very nice speed, very comfortably. No bumps, nothing. Smoothly, Ramdas is sitting and enjoying the ride. And his Dwarkadish is riding the bullock cart for him. It is early morning. The pujaris open the temple. Where is Dwarkadish gone? Somebody has stolen the murti of Dwarkadish. Oh, looks like they packed all the jewels and the gold and the clothes of Dwarkadish also. But they must have gotten afraid that they will get caught. So they left all that paraphernalia behind, but they have stolen Dwarkadish. And they come out. Oh, Ramdas must be knowing who stole because he was here awake doing Jagran. Oh, where is Ramdas? Oh, even Ramdas is missing. But he never leaves. He's always there till Dwadashi. And where is his bullock cart? Oh, now we understand this time why he got the bullock cart. Because it was premeditated. It was pre-planned. He had come to steal Dwarkadish. That rascal Ramdas. He has escaped with Dwarkadish. That's why he is missing and his bullock cart is missing. Soldiers, come on. Get the fastest horses and let's go towards Dakor. That Ramdas, we know he's from Dakor. He must have gone towards his hometown. Let's catch him on the way. As the sun is rising in the eastern direction, Ramdas sees a dust being raised, a dust cloud being raised by the hoofs of the rapidly galloping horses. The soldiers are coming with their swords and bows and arrows and spears to arrest the thief Ramdas. Ramdas immediately alerts Lord Dwarkadish that the soldiers are coming. Dwarkadish tells Ramdas, you don't worry. Do me a favor. He sees a big, they have almost reached now. They have almost reached Dakor. You see this little kund here? Just hide me in that kund. So when the soldiers come, they will see you, they will see your bullock cart, and they will not see me. And you just deny that you did not steal me. You don't know where I am. So just quickly hide me there. So Ramdas picks up his Dwarkadish, takes him, and hides him underwater in that kund. And he sits down in his bullock cart and starts going slowly again. And from behind, within a few minutes, the soldiers catch up and they surround him from all directions. They draw their swords and they say, Ramdas, we know you stole Lord Dwarkadish. You stole the Murti. Where is the Murti? They don't say, where is Lord Dwarkadish? Where is the Murti? He says, I don't know. I don't know. They say, you never leave in the middle of the night. You broke the window. You went inside. You stole the Murti. And you got into this bullock cart. That's why you got bullock cart this time. You never come in bullock cart. First time you got bullock cart because you had planned to steal Dwarkadish, and they start beating him. Hare Krishna. They take canes and they start beating. And Ramdas is an old man. How can he take beatings from such young, strong, powerful soldiers? In just a few blows, he falls down unconscious. And they think he is dead. They think that he is dead. And they say, let's keep searching. He must have hidden the Murti of Dwarkadish somewhere here only. Let's see this. They look, and they see the footprints of Ramdas going towards that kund. Because he was carrying Dwarkadish. So the heavy with the weight, nice footprints were created. So they say, oh yes, he must have gone there. And they see that there is a kund. And under the kund, they can see there is a Murti of Dwarkadish. But surprisingly, the kund water appears reddish in color. So they say that, oh, let us get the Murti out. Let's get the Murti out from this water pond. And they go, and as soon as they touch the Murti of Dwarkadish, Dwarkadish starts moaning in pain. Don't touch. They say, what happened? The Puja, what happened? Dwarkadish is suddenly speaking to them, first time in their life. What happened? He says, I have got injury there. So the pujaris look, and there are whip marks, cane marks, beating marks on his back. And he's bleeding. Dwarkadish is bleeding. And that's why the water of the pond has become red. They start screaming, oh, what happened to you, Dwarkadish? What happened to you, Dwarkadish? Hearing their screams, our Ramdas regains consciousness. He awakens. And he hears Dwarkadish chastising the Brahmans, the pujaris. Don't you dare touch me. First you beat me, and then you touch me. Don't touch me. The pujaris say, but we did not beat you. We beat up that thief. Dwarkadish says, he is not a thief. I told him that I wanted to go with him to Dakor. He is such an old man. He is a sadhu. He is a pure devotee. Do you think he can tolerate your beatings at that age? He is so frail. How dare you beat him without fully understanding what the truth of the matter is? You did not even give him a chance to speak. You just beat him. How could I stand by and watch my devotee being whipped like that? So I covered his body with my own body. And I took all the beatings on my back. That's why my back is hurting and it is bleeding. Now, as a punishment, I will never come to Dwarka. And he calls out to Ramdas, Ramdas, come on, keep me back on the bullock cart and take me to Dakor. Ramdas, poor old man, he gets up, he somehow picks up Dwarkadish and puts him in the bullock cart and again sits down, about to start the bullock cart towards Dakor, which is very nearby now. They've almost reached. The pujaris, the brahmans, they come and they fold their hands and they tell Dwarkadish, please forgive us. Please forgive us. We made a mistake, but please come back. Don't leave us. After all, what other occupation do we have? We are pujaris. All we do is every day we just worship you with so many opulent paraphernalia. That's all we do. That's all we have in our life. We are your pujaris. What will we do in Dwarka without you? Please come back to Dwarka. Lord Dwarkadish says that I would have considered coming back, but because you offended my devotee, Ramdas, I will never come back to Dwarka. I will not. I'm going with Ramdas and I'm going to stay with him in Dakor. And I will only accept his service, not your service. The Brahmins start looking at each other, very uncomfortable. They say, Dwarkadish ji, now let us tell you the truth. Actually, you are not number one. You are number two. We want you to come back to Dwarka because we are professional pujaris. If you don't come, how will we earn money? As Brahmanas, whatever dakshina we get, it is because people come, they take your darshan, they put something in the hundi, or they ask us, we want to do this puja for Lord Dwarkadish, and they give us dakshina. That's how we earn our money. If you don't come, how will we get money? That is the reason why we wanted to come. Otherwise, we have no problem. You stay in Dakor, you stay in Dwarka, no difference to us. But money is honey. Without money, how we will survive? So please come, because we are professional pujaris. We need you there to earn money. Dwarkadish says, I'm very hurt by this, what you just did to Ramdas and what you just said. But I knew that from before, that you only want me there for the money that I attract. And that is why I want to leave Dwarka and go to Dakor, because he is the one who is my pure devotee. And therefore, bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunaya bhakti priya madhava. Because bhakti is priya to me, I want to live with Ramdas. Therefore, let's do this. I will make all of you happy. Let's do this. Get a tarazu, get a balance, get a scale. And Ramdas, actually, he is very wealthy. He will give you gold, pure gold, equal to me in weight. Now, when the pujaris tried to lift up Dwarkadish from the pond, they realized he was very heavy. Why? Because Lord Dwarkadish did not want to come with them. So he became very heavy. So all the pujaris, all the brahmans had to come together and they had to pull him out of the water. So they said, oh, we just lifted you a few minutes ago and we know you are super heavy. You are very, very heavy. So what did you say? You will give us pure gold equal to you in weight? We can weigh you. What is that called? Tuladan. You'll donate that much gold. Ramdas will give. Ramdas will give. He has gold. Lot of gold. He will give you pure gold equal in weight to me. Come on, get a tarazu. Is that deal good? It's a good deal. The Brahmins look at each other. So much gold we get, we don't have to work. We can retire. We can retire. So they say, Lord Dwarkadish, we want you actually. But okay, I mean, you are independent. If you don't want to come and you don't like Dwarka, you want to be in Dakor, I mean, who are we to stop you? All right, we will somehow make ourselves satisfied with the gold that you will give equal to you in your weight. Okay, let's do it. Quickly, they get a tarazu, scale, balance, and they keep Dwarkadish on one side. And then they tell Ramdas, get gold. Ramdas, he's laughing. He says, Dwarkadish, gold. I don't have any gold. I don't have any gold. What gold are you talking? Dwarkadish says, either come here. Give me your ear. I want to whisper in your ear. So Ramdas goes and puts his ear near the lotus mouth of Dwarkadish. And Dwarkadish whispers. He said, you have gold. Your wife. Remember your wife? She has a lot of gold. Ramdas says, my wife has gold? When I married her, she had gold ring. She had gold bangles. She had gold earrings. And she had gold nose rings when I married her. But we had no money. So she sold the bangle. She sold the other bangle. She sold the rings. Then she sold the nose ring. Now only she had was 2 earrings. Then she sold 1 earring. And now all she has is 1 gold earring. But that is not an earring. Oh, Dwarkadish. That is a sone ki tar. It's like a simple wire of gold. Small wire of gold that she just puts in 1 ear. That's all that is left. It will not be even 1 tola. It's a small sone ki tar. It has like practically nothing, no value. And you want me to weigh you with that? He says, just go and get it. Go to your wife and get that sone ki tar. So Ramdas goes and he tells his wife, Lord Dwarkadish has come to give darshan. Come. So wife comes, offers obeisance, says, let me go and cook something. Okay, you cook later. First, give me your earring. So she has only 1 earring. Ramdas takes that earring and Dwarkadish says, keep it there on the other scale. Ting! He puts that sone ki tar and boom! That sone ki tar, that gold earring, it touches the ground and Dwarkadish goes up. So it was like this and it goes like that immediately. So all the Pandits, Brahmans, they are shocked. What is this? What's going on? And Lord Dwarkadish says that, see, I am giving you such a good deal. I promised you gold equal in weight to me, but I am giving you gold that is even heavier than me. So I'm giving you such a good deal. So now be happy. Take that sone ki tar, take that gold earring, and all of you can cut it into a dozen pieces, and all of you can have one small piece and be satisfied. And let me go to Dakor with my Ramdas. You see, Krishna says in Gita, among the cheaters, I am the greatest cheat. And he says, Anayor Aniyam Mahato Mahiyam. That I'm the smallest of the small and I can be the biggest of the big. So when he had to come out of the water, all the Pandits had to come together to somehow pull him out. And now 1 little small sone ki tar, he's outweighed. So this is Krishna. So the Pandits, they start, calling foul. No, this is not right. This is not right. Chalayati vikramane balimad bhutavamana. Padanakha neera janita jana pavana keshavadrita. Vamana rupa jaya jagadisha hare. Chalayasi vikramane balimad bhutavamana. That Vamana Dev, as Vamana Dev, chal kiya aapne Bali Maharaj ke saath. You cheated Bali Maharaj. And you took away all his wealth. And similarly, Dwarkadish, you are that same Vaman. You have done chal with us. You have cheated us. What is this 1 small sone ki tar? They take that tar and give it to the wife of Ramdas. They say, Rakho aap. You keep it. Dwarkadish says, why? Why you are not taking it? It was a fair deal. The Pandit says, Dwarkadish, look at us. 15-20 tole to वैसे ही पहने हमने. 15-20 tolas to each of us are wearing. What to speak of our wives and our family members. Even today, if you see, the Pandits of Dwarka, they have a lot of gold. They wear a lot of gold. So this is so much gold we are wearing. What this tar will do? We don't want it. You keep it. You keep it. We don't want it. So then they say that, no, but Dwarkadish, you cheated us. Please do something to satisfy us. Then Lord Dwarkadish preaches to them. He says that you know all the Shastras, you know the Purusha Shukta mantras, you know all the prayers and everything, you know the stories from the Puranas, and you have read all the Vedas, but you have no faith in me. And you have no love for me. You are surprised how this 1 ring of gold completely outweighed me, because Anayor Aniyam Mahato Mahiyam. Haven't you read in the Shastras that I can be smaller than the smallest, and if I want, I can be bigger than the biggest? I can be in the lap of Mother Yashoda and I can become the universal form on the battlefield of Kurukshetra to show Arjun. That is me. Rascals. You only have read the scriptures, but you have no understanding and you have no faith and no devotion. You consider me to be a murti. You consider me to be an ATM machine, a source of money for you. But look at this Ramdas. Because of love for me, he walks 500 kilometers every Ekadashi one way. This is love. This is prem. And therefore, I am controlled by prem. Therefore, I am going to him. Hearing this pravachan, hearing this preaching, the pujaris, their hearts get transformed and they realize their mistake. They fall at the feet of Lord Dwarkadhish and Ramdas. And they beg forgiveness from Lord Dwarkadhish for being money-minded, and they beg forgiveness from Ramdas for Vaishnava Aparadh. And they say that today we have understood that Krishna is Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He is only controlled by his devotees. And we were not devotees. We were just Brahmanas. But from today, we want to be devotees. My dear Lord Dwarkadish, can you please give us one chance? Dwarkadish says, I will never leave Dakor. I am going to stay with Ramdas and his wife forever. But you go back to Dwarka. And on next Ekadashi, in that particular kund in Dwarka, a same murti as me will appear. He is non-different from me. He is my second self. And you can worship him as Dwarkadish. But as far as I am concerned, I will stay in Dakor. And I will be known as Ranchhod Rai. I ran away from the battlefield and I ran away from Dwarka also. And I have come to Dakor to be with my devotee. So from today, I will be in Dakor. And since then, this happened 700-800 years ago. Since then, the Mool Vigraha, the original deity of Dwarka, Shri Dwarkadhish, is in Dakor. And then sure enough, next Ekadashi, a self-manifested deity appeared in Dwarka. And that deity was installed in the original temple, but that window is still there from where the original Dwarkadish escaped to go with his devotee Ramdas. So this is our sweet Lord. He's always under the control of his devotees. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. So that was the message for today. With this, I will I will end my presentation. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Ranchhod Rai ki jai, Shri Dwarkadish ji ki jai, Ramdas Bodhana ki jai. I Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhu ki jai. Prabhuji, bahut achhi, very nice story, Prabhuji, that you have narrated, and very nice lesson to take home. Wonderful nectarian class, Prabhuji. So we all thank you for that. And now it is question for taking. Do you have some time, Prabhuji? Can you spend with us? Okay.
Yes.
Rohinandan Prabhu, I will request Prabhuji to take the questions from the devotees if they have some.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So I see Pradyumna Prabhu has raised his hand. So yeah, Pradyumna Prabhu, please unmute and. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Radhe Shyam.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Damodar Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Very nice class, Prabhuji. We heard many times similar way story about Ramdas and Dwarkadhish, and still there is a in Dakor they have that
neem tree.
They call जो वजन वेट किया था balance tarazu still is there.
Hare Krishna.
Right. And the kund is there, and that kund is also Gomti kund they call.
Yes, Gomati water appeared there.
Right, Gomti kund, right.
Yeah,
and
because Dwarkadish said that now that I am in Dakor, the full Dwarkadham will manifest here. Even Gomati will appear.
Right. So that's a very nice pastime. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And Prabhuji, they said that when they was going to the Dakor, they have it in between, near close to the Dakor, the neem tree was over there, and Ranchhod Bhagwan touched that one branch, and that branch is sweet. It's not not bitter, it's sweet. That
Oh, it's sweet.
Yeah,
Wow.
sweet, yeah.
Hare
And
Krishna.
which window in Dwarkadish temple, which side that window is? You said the broken window is still there?
The wind, it's not broken, but the window is there from where Ram to Dwarkadish escaped, and it is called Ramdas ki khidki.
Piche, yeah.
I have not been to the temple myself, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you go, you can ask; they will tell you.
Yeah. We went so many times, but we have to ask now somebody too.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
I hope I can come with you.
Yeah, right. We'll go together.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, Bhavgrahi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Koti Koti Pranam. Hare Krishna, all the devotees. Prabhuji, very, very wonderfully you have narrated the whole entire story of Ramdas. Very wonderfully said. And, the Aham Bhakta Pradin, you explained it very nice. Also, when you said the story, Ramdas might not have a family doctor because his cardio was so great, going twice, walking so many kilometers. He didn't need a family doctor, I guess. Yeah. So very nice, Prabhuji. Even like say Ramdas used to do that twice a month, walking so much long. Even if we have to do it, I mean, myself, I'm talking about, even in a beautiful, nice car like Mercedes or a luxurious car, if I have to do it in a car twice a month, I would just give up, and that reminds me of Guru Maharaj, how Guru Maharaj every day, even at this age and in spite of his health, every single day, twice a day, he is going on a Vrindavan Parikrama in a car. And that is so nice. Even if it was us, we would not do it in a car ourselves either. So there's so dedication, just like Ramdas and Guru Maharaj. And that is what it is. So devotees like you, when you come in, you narrate this story, and it just increases our dedication bar slowly. And one thing I would like to say, Prabhuji, what you said in the beginning of narrating this story, that Gujarat, you are not from Gujarat, but you are from a state which is on the lotus feet of Gujarat. So you are on the lotus feet of Gujarat. I would prove you wrong over there, Prabhuji. Maybe considering by the state, yes, you might be true. But at this point, your hand is on our lotus feet, and we are being Gujarati. Your hand is on our lotus feet, and that is how we are getting fortunate to hear all this nice pastimes and Harikatha from you. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. Very wonderful, Prabhuji. Very nice, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Bhavgrahi Prabhu. Thank you for your kind words. Hare Krishna. Jai Shila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Bhavgrahi Prabhu. So I also see appreciations in the comments from Ananya Prabhuji. Yes, Nikunja Bihari Mataji, yeah, you have. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class. I want to share with you the Ramdas name, Budano Bhagat. Now they call Budano Bhagat. I don't know their name before the Ramdas, but I know him the Budano Bhagat because I didn't born in Dakor, but I'm raised in Dakor. When I was 9 days baby, my mom passed away from brain hemorrhage. So my grandma took over there. And मैं मौसाल में मैं पली हूँ, बड़ी हुई हूँ मौसाल में मामा के घर. So yeah, so I know the whole story, and you remind me again after long time. I'm so happy to hear Prabhuji. Very, very nice, really.
I'm happy that you are happy. You are from Holy Dham, Dakor.
Yeah. And they call they sing every day Ranchor Bhavni. I know everything, no Ranchor Bhavni and everything. And I'm singing every day.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Please bless me that someday I am also.
No, Prabhuji, you need to. I need a bless from you, Prabhuji. I'm nothing. I'm just starting.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
You are
Mataji.
Nikunja Bihari Mataji. I am outside the Nikunja. You are inside the Nikunja. So you please bless me.
No, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Chirayu Prabhu.
Kayo, Bodhana Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Chirayu Prabhu.
Thank you for speaking about Dwarka and everything, Prabhu. if everybody allows, there's some pictures. Recently, I went to Dwarka temple. I don't know if everybody wants to take a darshan, and also the taraju also.
Oh, please, please. Hari Bol.
Hold on, just a second. Let me shut up. No, hold on, just a second. Can you see it, Prabhu? This is a temple,
Yes.
and then sorry, this is the actual temple. Because I've had on my phone, so I had to just take pictures. And this is the taraju.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Jai Ho.
This is it at the temple itself, you know. The
Darshan is there? You had?
no, Prabhu, the darshan, they were not allowing darshan, Prabhu. No, sorry.
Okay.
Like camera, you know, so I just took it after the temple was closed.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Chirayu Prabhu, for sharing that. So yeah, Prabhu, I also see there is a appreciation on the chat by Ananya Prabhuji. Thank you for the beautiful class, Prabhuji, and they are always enhanced by very sweet pastimes. I never knew this pastimes. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji. So I don't see any hands raised. So thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful Nectarian class. I know it's very late in the evening, but thank you so much for your time, and we would really like you to come back and continue to give us such a Nectarian kathas. So yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful
Hare Krishna,
class.
Rohinandan Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo anantakoti vaishnavavrin.
Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.